Imagine walking into a room filled with people, yet there's one person who seems to see right through you. Their gaze doesn't just glance over your face. It lingers, as if they're reading the very essence of your being. It's unsettling, but strangely comforting at the same time. It's not magic or some mystical power. It's the ancient art of reading the truth behind every face. In a remote Buddhist monastery high in the mountains of Tibet, lived a monk named Tenzin. His reputation was legendary, not for his ability to predict the future or read palms, but for his extraordinary gift to understand the thoughts and emotions of anyone simply by observing them. People from all walks of life traveled for days just to sit with him, seeking guidance, not through words, but through his silent understanding. One such visitor, a weary traveler, arrived, exhausted both physically and emotionally. He had endured a long journey, yet his weary eyes reflected a deeper, unspoken burden. As he sat beside Tenzin, without a single question or word exchanged, the monk simply said, "You haven't forgiven yourself for what happened with your brother." The traveler's heart skipped a beat. How could this stranger know such a thing? Tenzin didn't read his mind in a supernatural way. He had mastered the art of seeing beyond the obvious, the way the traveler's shoulders slumped with the weight of guilt, the subtle shift in his eyes that revealed something painful. This is the power of presence, and it's something we can all learn. Buddhism teaches that the human face is a reflection of the mind's inner landscape. In stillness, you can see far more than words ever tell you. It's not about reading minds. It's about understanding the silent language we all speak through body, eyes, and emotions. What if I told you that every movement of your body, every shift in your posture, every breath you take is telling a story that others are reading without you even realizing it? This silent language is more powerful than words. It speaks truths that words often try to hide. In the ancient teachings of Buddhism, there's a profound belief that the body is a mirror to the mind. Every gesture, every small movement is a reflection of the emotions swirling within. Monks, trained in mindfulness and deep observation, learned to read this language long before the advent of modern psychology. To them, it wasn't just about the message in a person's words. It was about the message hidden beneath them. Let's start with the most obvious, but often overlooked indicator: body posture. The way a person holds themselves can tell you more than 1,000 spoken words. When someone stands tall with open shoulders and relaxed arms, they exude confidence, peace, and openness. But when someone hunches, crosses their arms tightly, or keeps their head low, it's a clear sign of defensiveness, insecurity, or discomfort. Our bodies reveal our inner state, even when we try to mask it with a smile or a facade. Next, consider breathing. Ancient Buddhist masters spent hours sitting in meditation, learning to control their breath and attune their senses to the world around them. It's said that a person's breath is a reflection of their emotions. Shallow breaths? Likely anxiety or fear, a long, drawn-out sigh. Perhaps a release of pent-up frustration or sorrow. In observing someone's breathing, you can tune into the frequency of their emotions, often before they even know how to name them. In a world full of words, it's easy to overlook the silent signals our bodies send. Yet, if you learn to pay attention to them, you'll start seeing people for who they truly are. What if the most powerful tools for understanding someone were not words, but the silent dance between your eyes, your voice, and the spaces in between? These three elements form a sacred triad of communication, revealing the deepest truths hidden in plain sight. Let's begin with the eyes, the windows to the soul. You've probably heard this phrase before, but have you ever truly understood its depth? In Buddhist tradition, the eyes are considered a direct reflection of the mind's inner workings. When someone speaks, their eyes give away more than they realize. If their gaze darts away quickly during a sensitive topic, it's not just nervousness, It could be guilt, shame, or fear. If their eyes widen, they might be experiencing excitement or awe. And if they lock eyes with you for an extended period, it signals trust or an attempt to connect on a deeper level. Now let's talk about the voice. Words are powerful, yes, but the tone behind those words is where the truth often lies. Have you ever noticed someone say, "I'm fine," with such flatness that you knew they were far from fine? Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of listening not only to what is said, but how it is said. A shaky voice can betray fear or uncertainty. A soft, gentle tone can convey vulnerability. The energy behind a person's voice speaks louder than the words themselves. Finally, there's silence, the most overlooked yet the most powerful tool in human communication. In Buddhist practice, silence is not emptiness. It's full of meaning. A pause before someone answers isn't just hesitation. It could be a moment of introspection, guilt, or even fear of revealing too much. The spaces between words can reveal more than the words themselves ever could. When you learn to read these three elements, eyes, voice, and silence, you unlock a deeper, more profound connection to the people around you. Now that you've learned the art of reading people through their body language, eyes, breath, and voice, there's one crucial truth left to uncover. The power to understand others comes with great responsibility. It's not about using these insights to control or manipulate. It's about connecting with others on a deeper, more compassionate level. In the ancient Buddhist teachings, understanding is always paired with compassion. It's not enough to simply recognize someone's pain, fear, or joy. You must feel it with them. This is what separates a true practitioner from someone who is merely collecting knowledge. When you read a person's emotions and thoughts, it's essential to respond with empathy, not judgment. Tenzin, the monk, was a master not just of observation, but of response. When he read the traveler's grief, he didn't exploit it. He didn't use it to make the traveler feel small or vulnerable. Instead, he offered a space for healing, for self-reflection. Tenzin's wisdom wasn't in simply knowing what the traveler was hiding. It was in guiding him toward the possibility of self-forgiveness, of peace. When you begin to see the truth behind every face, you must ask yourself, what do I do with this knowledge? It's easy to use understanding as a tool for control, but the real power lies in compassion. If you can meet someone's inner pain with kindness and allow them to open up without fear of judgment, you create a space for true connection. This is the final step in the Buddhist art of mind reading. It's not about power, manipulation, or strategy. It's about presence, compassion, and the willingness to truly see and understand the person in front of you. When you approach people with this mindset, you unlock a level of intimacy and connection that transcends words. The real question is not whether you can read minds, but whether you can truly open your heart to the minds you read.